Oh yeah, it's the weekend, and you know what that means. It's time for the most entertaining hour of your weekend. It's time for Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com with your hosts, Corey, Andrew, and Tommy. And now, broadcasting from planet Earth, it's time for Pixels and Bits. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com. My name is Corey. Hi. I kind of strained that. Anyways, what episode is this, like 26?
That is correct, 26, Corey.
Episode 26 of Pixels and Bits on the Overshield.com. I am your host, Corey, as always, and I am joined by my co-host, Tommy.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back.
Andrew is not here because he is out pimping again. We were going to be joined by April of AT, but once again, she's now out pimping as well. I think her and Andrew are got this pimp posse going together or something.
That'll be a long drive for both. Well, for Andrew.
Oh God. It's a question. How many Andrews does it take to knock down every parking meter in LA?
Just one?
Just one.
Okay. The Andrew. Just the Andrew.
Anyways, let's get started. It's time to jump into the Overshield news desk. Hit the music.
Okay, nice.
And so, this has been a big week news-wise. First up, the Durango dev kit, which if you don't know what Durango is, that is the possible code name for the new Xbox. The dev kit technical specs have been discovered, but this is a rumor. And this is kind of, it's a little insane. It's boosting an 8-core processor with each core going at 1.6 gigahertz. So if you techno geeks can understand what I'm saying, you might wet your pants a little. A DirectX 11 graphics processing unit and it has a B, N, and G wireless network adapter, a Blu-ray drive, 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, and a second generation port for SATA hard drives, which means you might be able to put hard drives there? I don't know. And of course a Connect port with USB 3.0 ports. And if this is true, this is going to be really freaking expensive.
Well, it always is. Every time a new console comes out, it's like in the $600 range.
Here's the thing I can't buy is the 8-core processor, because an Intel 8-core processor at minimum is like $400.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, it would be good for us if we had console on launch day, but I know that's not going to happen because we would love to produce more new content.
But I'm calling it 2013 is the end of the Xbox 360 and PS4 and PS3.
I can see that.
I'm calling it because I don't think they can afford to keep them out anymore. They can't. The games cannot hold up as well as they used to. Great example is look at Far Cry on the Xbox, and then look at Far Cry on the PC. I run Far Cry on the PC on low settings, and it blows the Xbox version completely out of the water. It makes it its bitch.
I agree.
It's not. It's God. And who knows? I'm really hoping there's a new system soon. Anyways, that's the possible new specs for the new systems. Possibly, who knows? We don't give a shit right now.
As long as it plays games.
As long as it plays games, and it plays used games at that.
Exactly. I mean, I'll be fine holding on to my 360, but if I can play my 360 games on the 720, I'll be even more happy. No, I would be even more happier if the original Xbox as well.
Yeah. Now, next couple stories, we're gonna go a little bit into politics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little something new for us, but God, okay, Tommy, since you live in the great state of California. Do you know Senator Leland Yee?
I do not.
Well, he's one of your senators.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I should really pay attention to my local politicians.
You should pay attention to the people you're voting for. Well, if you guys don't know who Leland Yee is, or I'm sorry, Senator Yee, because they get pissy about that, he was the one who introduced the famous bill that was backed by Arnold Schwarzenegger that would fine a retailer for selling a mature game to an underage individual. This bill was challenged over the course of the years, and in 2011, the Supreme Court ruled that it was unconstitutional and that video games would be protected speech under the First Amendment. So, needless to say, Senator Yee has not taken this loss very well. And he has said, and I quote, "Gamers have just got to quiet down. Gamers have no credibility in this argument. This is all about their lust for violence and the industry's lust for money. This is a billion-dollar industry. This is about their self-interest."
What an idiot.
That's pretty fucking presumptuous, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, pardon my French, but Jesus Christ, does this guy really not realize anything? And then I did some digging, and guess what? Guess what his PhD is in?
I don't know.
Child psychology.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Guy, and he's also in his 60s, so there is that huge generation gap.
Yes.
And I've read some of his arguments, and this man literally has no clue on how computers and computer programs work. Period.
Okay.
He thinks the internet is a collection of tubes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. One of the problems with these anti-gaming forces is not that they're misinformed or they're misguided, but a lot of them are, but they're condescending to people like us who disagree with them. Like, they just don't take criticism very well. I don't seem to point to your argument. Well, you're just a big violent asshole. What? Oh my god!
I should probably visit him and.
Oh no! He also quoted, but it's not this. His argument is like, I know better than you because I do. That's essentially what his argument is.
Oh, he's stupid. Oh, that's complete stupid. He's just because he's old in age means he's the old wise man guy. Clearly, he's not, but he thinks he is.
See, I can't wait till like 30, 40 years from now when you and me are we're older and everything, but like all the politicians or people like us who actually grew up playing video games and stuff like that, and which is needless to say, which is everybody our age, like between the ages of like kid to probably about 35 right now, you've played a video game at some point in your life.
Yes, I would agree.
And these people have never done it and never played video games, and they just don't understand it. So here's my suggestion to politicians: unless you have played video games extensively and know what the hell you're talking about, shut the fuck up. But that's not to say all politicians are bad.
Yeah, sure.
Because in this next story, guess who? We got a little story about Joe Biden.
Oh, really? How's he doing?
Vice President. Well, earlier this month, or was it last month, he actually met with the leaders of the video game industry. He met with the head of the ESA, Bobby Kotick. He met with the heads of Infinity Ward, Nintendo, EA, Ubisoft, literally everybody. And to assess so that they could talk about possible suggestions after the whole incident at Sandy Hook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so basically, while he was given his speech about the gun violence and whatnot, somebody asked him about his opinion on the connection between video games and violence. His answer, thankfully, he said that much more serious research needs to be done regarding the connection between video game violence and real-life violence. He did have a statistics from the AAP, which is the American Academy of Pediatrics, which had a study that found that children who watch 3 to 6 hours of violent video games become more aggressive. However, Vice President Biden did note that the study did not connect aggression to violence, and that organizations such as the CDC should commit to more in-depth research to find more definitive answers. I think he should look at another organization, not the CDC, because, correct me if I'm wrong, CDC is Center of Disease Control, which, last I checked, disease control does not mean doing psychological studies on violence. That, no, your research, they're biologists, they're not sociologists.
Yeah.
So, but I'm actually glad that he said that, and he's actually, and for all the fact that we need to do more research, because it's not, I like people like Leland, he pissed me off. It's just like, did he not watch the court case from 2011? Did he not read the reports or anything? Did he not read what the justices have to say, saying that they, after literally deliberating on it for months, they're like, we found no connection. So, anyways, that's the end of that, and it's now time to move on to a couple of the biggest stories of the week. First off, Nintendo. Oh my... I think, needless to say, if you're a Nintendo fanboy, you already know about this, and you probably had to wipe your keyboard off. But Nintendo has announced that, and here's a lot of information, they are working on a new Legend of Zelda that is open world, and they're also releasing Wind Waker in HD for the Wii U, which is announced to be coming this fall. Also, there will be a new 3D Super Mario game on the Wii U. It's also going to be shown at E3. There's also a new Mario Kart game and a new Smash game, which will be shown at E3. And there's also the team behind Kirby's Epic Yarn is now making a new Yoshi game.
Oh,
and yes. Yes, Monolith Soft, the guys behind who made Xenoblade, is making the successor to Xenoblade. Also, Fire Emblem is getting a crossover with Shin Megami Tensei. And they also showed off trailers for Wonderful 101, Bayonetta 2, and and they also revealed that Game Boy Advance games will be available in the future on the Wii U.
That is excellent. That is excellent.
This was an E3 announcement. This was like an E3 announcement, but we're still like 5 months away from E3.
Who cares? Nintendo wins E3. They won already.
They win. They win already.
They already
Fuck
win.
it.
They won.
Screw it. They win.
They did it.
What's that? Xbox 720, PS4. Fuck it. Nintendo wins.
Yeah, Nintendo.
And I'll admit I am a bit of a Nintendo fanboy, so yeah, I tend to lean towards the good old N more than anything. But god damn, this was a hell of an announcement. And I think the fact they're re-releasing Wind Waker in high definition. When I mean high def, it's not like they just upped the res. They completely redid the lighting and everything.
Pretty much like Combat Evolve Anniversary sort of thing.
I mean, you've seen it, right?
I have not seen it, to be honest.
The
I read it.
screenshots look freaking fantastic. Oh my god!
I gotta see it then. I really do.
It's, you know what, Tommy? While we're talking about it, I will link it to you. And for those who are curious about what the hell I'm talking about, there will be a link for it at the bottom of the video. So, and yeah, this just looks freaking fantastic. Wind Waker is probably my favorite game of all time. And that just might be because that was the first Zelda game I seriously invested time into.
Wow, it looks good.
It looks really good.
It looks really good. Wow, I'm excited actually.
Yeah, so this is, and then also let's see, Nintendo's like really up in the ante. Hell, there's a new Fire Emblem game coming out next week.
I know. I saw the trailer the other night. I'm like, whoa, that looks good.
They got Luigi's Mansion's coming out soon. Pikmin 3's coming out soon, and then they got all this shit. Oh my god!
I gotta buy Wii U now.
I'm like, if I don't buy a Wii U for Wind Waker, I'm buying it for Smash.
Yeah, that and Mario Kart, the new Yoshi game, Wind Waker HD, and the Advance games.
Which, by the way, it is confirmed that Smash Brothers will be also on the 3DS.
I don't have a 3DS, but that's also good too.
I'm happy about that. I mean, like, fucking Smash on the go, finally?
That is true.
Finally?
So would it be similar to how it is with the PS Vita cross-link?
Yeah, they said that there will be some sort of cross-play.
Okay.
Which I completely support that.
Same here.
And so, yeah, anyways, God, this looks... Jesus. Ugh. Nintendo, you steal my heart once again. And in this week from Nintendo, that piece of news was the one nice shining piece of hope that we gamers had, or just like basically just nice bright light that we had this news week. Because unfortunately, next story, you know, everybody knows that I'm a huge fan of THQ.
Yes.
Well, as of January 23rd, THQ is now defunct. THQ is no longer. They are now bankrupt and have sold off their assets. And I shall read off the assets that were sold and who bought them. Relic Entertainment, the makers of Company of Heroes. Winning bidder, Sega, 26.6 million. THQ Montreal, the makers of 1666, Underdog, and South Park: The Stick of Truth. Ubisoft, 2.5 million. Turtle Rock Studios, Take-Two Interactive, $10.894 million. Violition, also the makers of Saints Row, bought by Koch Media, $22.3 million. The Homefront licensed, bought by Crytek for $500,000. The Metro series, bought by Koch Media for $5.8 million. And the South Park license for the South Park Stick of Truth game, Ubisoft, $3.2 million. And some people might be wondering, well, what about Darksiders or Visual Studios or the WWE license? Well, announced just today, like literally just like an hour ago, Take-Two has announced that they will be purchasing the WWE game franchise. However, Vigil and Darksiders, no. God damn it! Okay, if anybody knows me, everybody, you should know that I freaking love Darksiders, and I love everything that Vigil has ever put out. They are an amazing game company. And it's so sad that nobody bought them. It's not like Darksiders was a franchise that didn't sell. Darksiders 2 sold nearly 2 million copies. That's a lot of money. That's $120 million in revenue. But nobody bought it. And actually, Vigil came out and said that they were working on a brand new IP called codename Crawler. And the president of THQ came out and said, when the teams got together recently to show each other their titles, Crawler dropped the most jaws. It was a fantastic idea and truly unique. The fact that nobody bid for the team and the title is a travesty. It makes no sense to me. If I weren't barred from bidding as an insider, I would have been there with my checkbook. I'm sure that's a little consolation for the team, but that's a fact. And his reasoning for probably why nobody bought Vigil or Darksiders or even Crawler is, and I quote, having just finished a product, Vigil was the farthest from release from their next game, and we were not able to garner any interest from buyers despite a Herculean effort. Additionally, they were working on a new IP, which meant even more risk for a buyer. So I'm really hoping somebody like this comes in and out of nowhere and just like saves the day and saves Vigil and gives everybody their jobs back, because these people don't deserve to lose their jobs.
No, they don't.
They did a kick-ass job. God damn it. This is such a talented team. They don't deserve this. Talent deserves to be rewarded. This is why the state of the industry worries me over this whole thing. And I'm just at a loss for words. However, there may not be anything good. There may not be anything good news for Vigil or Codename Crawler, but there may be a little bit of glimmer of hope for Darksiders. And that hope comes from Atsushi Inaba, the head of Platinum Games, which is the makers of Bayonetta and Vanquish and Mad World and like all those other crazy games. And also they're making Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. So you know those guys know how to make an action game. Well, the head honcho at Atsushi Inaba posted on his Twitter page 2 nights ago. THQ Japanese, IP Japanese, Darksiders more Japanese. Translation. Oh man, in THQ's big sale, looks like nobody bought Darksiders. I'd love to buy that if it was cheap. And you know what? I'm willing to bet that Jason Rubin would be willing to sell Darksiders for any money right now.
Yeah.
And because Darksiders is listed right now with THQ in their bankruptcy case, and it's just sad. And so it's just, like I said, it's just kind of sad that this is happening. So I'm really, really hoping. So I'm kind of ended the whole news desk here on a glimmer of hope. Platinum Games may or may not buy Darksiders. Now, can you think of that as a Platinum Darksiders?
It's gonna be chaotic. I mean, chaos gameplay-wise, but it's gonna be entertaining as hell, though.
Dude, it'll be like freaking Darksiders on crack.
I know.
That's what it'll be. Oh my god. But that's the end of the news desk. And moving on to the middle segment. So, middle segment. We didn't really have anything, but since we haven't really done a podcast saying what our favorite games of the year were, I think we should do that.
Okay.
So, I don't know, Tommy. What were your games of the year?
Definitely Minecraft for sure. That's one of them.
How did I know you'd say that?
Well, How
did I know?
I've been playing that game so much. I mean, because I heard great things about it on the PC. It's like
Minecraft, you're so good. Me love you long time.
Yeah. Minecraft. I have my cousin. He's been trying to convert me to play Minecraft on the PC for the longest time. He was showing me all these videos.
Do it.
Pretty much, and I was like, it does look great. I'm just not a PC person. It does look fun, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to play it. And then when I heard the announcement that the Minecraft was coming to the end through the 360, I'm like, okay, here's a chance that I can actually, try the demo and play it, see if I do like it. So when it was released for the demo, I played it. And I immediately fell in love with it. I said to myself, okay, I'm leaving my house right now. I'm gonna pick up the Microsoft points and just buy it. And that's exactly what I did. And ever since then, I love that game.
Mom, Dad, I'm leaving home because I've fallen in love with some blocks.
So I think Minecraft really of 2012 was the game for me.
Really?
For me, like number one. I mean, the second is Halo 4.
Alright, so my games of the year, man, that's really freaking tough. That really is tough. It's kind of hard to say because I've picked up so many games recently, and I haven't had a chance to finish playing them all. But, so like right now, it's like a freaking 3-way tie for my favorite game. And that 3-way tie is between The Walking Dead, Far Cry 3, and Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect.
And I know I'm getting a little shit ton of flack for Mass Effect, and because, oh, the ending sucked, and I'm like, well, here's the thing, that's like biting into an apple and finding out there's a crappy seed in it. Like you get that first bite in the apple and there's a seed in it. Does that mean that the whole apple's bad then? No. I mean, do you kind of get my analogy here?
I got your analogy. I did.
It's a great game, and I loved it. The story was great. I kind of cried at one point.
Yeah, same here, man. The beginning, I was always got tearful. The very beginning.
Oh God, yeah. Oh god, yeah.
When the little kid died before the whole theory about him being, you know, the Reaper.
Now here's the thing. I am disappointed with the ending. I'm even disappointed with the extended cut after I discovered the whole indoctrination theory. And then when I discovered the indoctrination theory, I'm like, that is the coolest freaking twist ending in the world. Holy shit.
Hey, I still believe in the indoctrination theory.
I still think it should be there.
It is. I think it is. Have you seen?
BioWare came out and said, everything you see is how it is, and I'm like, God, no.
No.
Then why? Then how come when you do the destroy ending and you get you have like the best possible game record you could possibly get? Why do we get that little cutscene of Shepard taking a breath? Why is it still there even after the extended cut?
Well, they're saying like the newest DLC may be a post-ending DLC.
I don't know. Like, I was really hoping that BioWare would just stick with the freaking indoctrination.
They probably should.
I loved it.
It was genius. It's pure genius.
I mean, it makes complete sense.
It does.
It's just like people. It's like, I think it's hilarious that people were like, the ending sucks. Well, and then it's just like, then when I discovered the indoctrination series, it's like, well, everybody's taking the ending at face value. You got to dig deep because this is a very deep story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very deep story with deep characters, filled with emotion, with a lot of lore and a very rich universe. So you have to dig. You can't take anything at face value.
Yes, correct.
So I think the whole gaming community reacted poorly because they took everything, because they're so used to taking endings at face value. There's always just like, oh, there's a nice tidy wrap up. Which I think is wrong, and that's one of the reasons why I love Mass Effect. Far Cry 3, I'm not finished with it, but holy shit, gameplay-wise, oh, I can't think of a better first-person shooter.
Really?
I really can't. Oh god, no. Like, in terms of, like, gameplay and the animations and everything, what you can do, it's just like one of the, like, Assassin's Creed, one of the things that disappointed me is like, oh yeah, there's a hunting mechanic, but it doesn't mean anything. It has no purpose.
Really? Because I still gotta play Assassin's Creed 3. I have it. It's collecting dust.
It's like yeah, you can, like, you skin animals and everything, but all you get out of the pelts and everything is just selling them. Whereas in Far Cry 3, you have to hunt all these different animals, everything from freaking tigers to sharks and dogs and pigs and everything, and you use their skins to craft holsters and syringes and everything, and use like the plants that you harvest to craft like your medicine and like combat boosting abilities and stuff like that. So like there was a very deep like crafting system there, and then you had the skill tree, which is all based on your tattoo, and some of the skills were like really freaking cool. Some of them sucked, like, oh, being able to fire a gun on a zipline. When the fuck am I going to use that? It's like I got the skill. I'm just like, yay, this is fun. Boom, 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 yay. It didn't help. This doesn't help the game, but it's cool, and there's a lot of vehicles in it too, and plus later in the game you get a wingsuit, and so like when you jump off a high cliff, you can like wingsuit around and shit. It's really freaking cool, and it's an awesome game. Not to mention, it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Voss, the main villain in it, is one of my favorite villains of the year. The only villain I think is better than Voss is probably Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2.
Okay.
And then Walking Dead, because that was the best point-and-click game I've played since the original Myst. And it's really freaking awesome. The decisions you make have effect on the story, so it encourages multiple playthroughs, but you really do get attached to the characters. But one of the things I really like the most is the conversation system, where you have to select different conversation pieces and everything, kind of like with Mass Effect, but you have a time limit.
Oh, that's cool.
You have a time limit, so everything has to be kind of kept in perspective. And in everything you say, some characters will make note of what you said or whatnot, and they'll actually bring it up later. So if you actually lie about something and then you contradict yourself, they'll bring it up.
Ooh, that's good. That's cool.
So that's like really good, and I can see why this is one game of the year from so many people. And for $25, this game is a steal. It's only $25. Even for the retail version. Now, I don't recommend getting the retail version. Get the download one right now. because the retail version is really buggy.
Mm.
But those are my games of the year. I mean, games like Borderlands 2 and Kingdoms of Amalur and Diablo 3 and stuff like that, they came close, but no cigar.
No Halo 4?
No Halo 4.
Aw.
No, because I loved Halo 4, but I felt like it didn't really evolve the game. I felt like they just kind of played it safe. Did they do, like, it did everything that Halo has already established pretty freaking perfectly, but it didn't establish anything new. Like, this, like, I wish, like, you know, like, remember when Reach established the space battles?
Yeah.
I was really disappointed there wasn't a multiplayer mode for that.
I know. Well, I mean, it was a new company. They wanted to play it safe at the beginning. I mean, the newest thing they did so far was Spartan Ops.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure when Halo 5 comes, they'll be more risky. They'll try to do something new.
I think they'll be more risky when the new system launches.
Probably, most likely. But at the moment, since it is a new company, they wanted to make sure the game felt like Halo. I think that was their main concern.
So, that is the end of the middle segment. Those were games of the year. And so go buy them, because they're freaking amazing. Anyways, Tommy.
Yes,
Tommy.
Corey.
It is time to move on to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's freaking favorite segment. It is time for people doing stupid shit. Hit the music.
All right. So what?
I love how we just improv. I love how like we actually used to do like intricate like music cuts, and now we just improv the shit out of anything.
Yeah, we do. We just leave it. We cut the music, background music, and we just let.
Exactly.
It's entertaining.
Dude, it is entertaining.
It really is. So, Corey, I have a question for you. If you are going to choke a woman, what would you use to choke her with?
Love.
Love. Okay. Well, this man in Oregon decided to choke his girlfriend using dreadlocks.
I heard about this. I heard about this recently. God, Jesus.
Police arrested a man early Monday morning at after his girlfriend reported that he had choked her with his dreadlocks. Officers responded to the domestic violence call around 2:30 a.m. at the woman's southeast Portland home. The woman told police that her boyfriend had brown dreadlocks hair down to the middle of his back. Officers caught him after confiscating the neighborhood, according to the police report. The man was booked into multi-home county jail on suspicion of kidnapping and the second-degree kidnapping, and the other domestic violence felony. So yeah, he was caught choking his girlfriend with his own hair, pretty much. Strong hair.
That's new.
That's very strong hair.
Samson, man. Samson Delilah. He found out she was trying to cut his hair?
Probably. He's like, you cut my hair, I'll kill you with my hair.
It's like, do I gotta choke a bitch about cutting my hair?
I'm just picturing Wayne Brady with dreadlocks. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? Wayne Brady's gonna have to get his dreadlocks and choke a bitch.
I love that. I love it.
Oh man.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's see. Well, so a man, Carl Mugley, I guess if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, I'm trying to pronounce his last name. I'll just call him Carl. Well, he kills his wife Linda with something quite odd.
What's it with you with female killing today, man?
I don't know. Well, he didn't kill. I mean, the dreadlock choking. He didn't choke her to death. He just choked her.
Okay, female. What's with the violence against women? Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Tommy, you got issues.
Well,
I'm warning Jessica.
I have not hit Jessica's. I would never do that.
I'm warning her.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna warn her and say Tommy's probably gonna choke you with his hair.
I'm not gonna... My hair is pretty long. Not as long as yours. It is long. No, but I don't know. I just found these stories. They were entertaining. They were definitely weird. But I think it was stupid to choke a woman with dreadlocks. I don't know if this is stupid, but I mean, this guy, well, he was successful, but he killed his wife with a totem pole.
What?
Yeah, he killed his wife with a totem pole.
For some reason, I'm now thinking the whole scene acting up, but the guy is the voice of Hermes. Bitch, I'm going to choke you with this totem pole. I can't do Hermes' accent. Oh god.
Neither can I, and I won't attempt. But anyways, yes, Carl killed his wife by pushing a totem pole onto her. They have been married for 24 years, and they ran a totem pole carving business together. Let's see. Was found in a... Okay, after guys. Yeah, she died in the hospital later. The husband told authorities the two had been carving a 700-pound totem pole together when it unexpectedly came loose from its support and it fell on top of Linda. Everyone believed him until an anonymous source came forward and told authorities that the couple were fighting over a divorce and that Carl had been having an affair prior to his wife's death.
He had an affair with the totem pole.
Yes.
He loves that wood.
So yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's gonna shave some wood tonight.
Oh, jeez. And wake. It's gonna wake up with morning wood, right? Oh.
Is that all?
No, I got one more story.
Got one more.
One more. And I think I saved this one, well, for a special reason, because this news came from
Florida,
America,
yes.
foreskin. I really gotta make a soundbite for that one. But anyways, yes, this came from Florida. So a woman, Brenda, catches husband cheating. So what does she do?
What?
She poops on the floor.
Fucking genius. Totally the appropriate reaction.
Oh.
No, she doesn't stab him. She doesn't leave him. She doesn't get angry. She just shits on the floor. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Case closed.
That's it. She just found finding your partner sleeping with another person can be an upsetting experience, but there's at least 3 things you shouldn't do in response. Pee on your carpet, poop on the kitchen floor, and pull a gun. Well, Brenda, from Florida, allegedly managed to do all 3 when she found her husband cheating on her.
Did she do them in that order?
I believe she did.
Because I'm imagining her, she's like pissed and she pulls out a gun. She's like, I gotta take a shit.
Well, I think in a response, a pure rage, she just went to pee on the carpet, then poop on the kitchen floor, and then
She tried to go Dragon Ball Z on it, and instead shitting herself.
Well, she does have blonde hair, and I do believe green eyes, so I think she did succeeded.
She succeeded in going super bitch.
Oh. It's powerful than Super Saiyan.
What's her name? What's her name?
Brenda.
My name is Brenda, and I am a super feminine.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
So we had a woman get killed by. We had a woman choked by dreadlocks. We had a woman killed by a totem pole. Then we had a woman shit on the floor after a reaction of seeing her husband cheating on her.
Yes.
Damn. Florida, America's foreskin.
And we got
It's time. Yeah, and that's the end of people doing stupid shit. And it's now time to move on to shout-outs. Tommy.
Yes, my shout out goes to what I think will be my favorite game of 2013, and that is Happy Wars.
Really?
Yes, for the Xbox Arcade. It is free, Corey. Download it, play it. It's addicting right now. It really is. 15 versus 15. It's pretty much capture the castle. You know, you build towers, and those towers become your respawn points. But the enemy can bring down those towers, and they can set up their own respawn towers. It's like 15 minutes a game. If you defeat, you have to breach the castle. You can play as a warrior. You can play as a mage. You can play as a Celtic. I don't know what. Anyways, I mean it's 3 classes. You rank up. It's a pretty easy rank up skill. It's just they reward you on how well you do. Like even if you lose, you get XP, from your kills, and if you heal people and you build like turrets. And the only downside though is if you want to play story mode, you have to rank up through multiplayer in order to unlock the other chapters in story mode.
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
That's a weird design choice.
It really is a weird design choice, but it's not. You don't really
design. What's design?
I don't know, design choice. But to unlock all the chapters, you have to be level 26, and I'm already level 26, and Happy Wars will soon be an Let's Play. So expect that sometime. I don't know when. Maybe after Kirby, which will probably be.
That's gonna go on forever because Pokemon Snap's been going on for like 2 months.
Snap's done by now. At this point, Pokemon Snap is done.
But yeah, Pokemon Snap is now done, and you guys are moving on.
With story.
Yep. And so let's see. My shout out. I'm gonna shout out my father.
Okay.
My father, Jim Smith, just because he has been supportive of me and doing this and everything, and that he keeps telling me he listens to all our podcasts. So if you're listening to this, you got mentioned. You're up, and I love you, Dad.
Oh, your parents? I don't let my parents listen at all.
No, I know. I don't let him listen. He just pulls them up.
Oh, what does he think?
I don't know. He thinks they're funny as shit.
Oh, that's good. All right.
He used to love the part where when we used to do the intro for the videos, and there would be the clip intro that says it's like warning. Warning, the language in this is for grown-ups. So if you've never heard the word fuck before, well, you have now.
That is pretty funny, but yeah.
Which, FYI, I ripped that from Team 4-Star.
I know you did.
Anyways, that is Pixels and Bits, episode 26. What are we going to call this one?
Brain Brady with dreadlocks.
Super Feminist.
Okay, whatever works.
Super Feminist, yeah.
Super Feminist, alright.
She's going super feminine. Anyways, my name is Corey.
And I am Tommy.
We'll see you all next week, folks.
Bye.